The behind-the-scenes war between Barça and Athletic, FC, Barcelona, and Athletic Club are currently locked in a high-stakes tug-of-war for the signature of Spanish winger Nico Williams. While transfer sagas are nothing new in football, this one has an extra layer of tension. Athletic is not only unwilling to negotiate, but has taken the unusual step of involving La Liga in an effort to delay or prevent the move entirely. They're reportedly frustrated by how far along Barça has gone in discussions with the player and are pulling every legal and financial string to stall the process. This has turned what should have been a standard transfer into a political football war.
La Liga forced to step in with Athletic Club questioning Barcelona's financial position. La Liga president Javier Tebas was forced to publicly address the situation. In a rare move, he clarified what was discussed in private meetings, specifically that Barcelona would still need to comply with all financial fair play rules. He reassured that no club, including Barcelona, is getting special treatment. While Tebas didn't reveal specific financial details, he acknowledged that Barca's salary cap was discussed in February and stressed that every registration, including that of Nico, will be examined carefully before approval. Athletic's aggressive stance and €62 million demand. Athletic Club has made one thing crystal clear. They will not accept payment in installments or consider any player exchange offers. The only way they'll let Nico go is if the full €62 million release clause is paid in cash, up front. They've denied ever promising to make the move easier and are using the strained relationship between the club's boards as fuel to dig in their heels. Furthermore, they've vowed to monitor every step of Barca's financial moves and report any irregularities directly to La Liga.
Laporta fires back with calm confidence. Despite the noise, Barca president Joan Laporta remains cool under pressure. He refused to comment directly on Nico Williams, but made it clear that Barcelona is exploring every opportunity in the market. Laporta stated that if a player's clause must be paid to secure a top talent, Barca is fully prepared to make that happen. In response to Athletic Club's resistance, he subtly threw shade by saying, "Everyone does what they think they need to do," while reiterating that Barca is respecting the rules and acting based on the advice of their sporting director, Deco, and coach, Hansi Flick. Financial pressure forces Barca to sacrifice. Big names. With La Liga's salary limits still tight, Barcelona must make a big sale this summer to balance their books and create space for new signings like Nico. Andreas Christensen is likely to leave due to his injury record and contract status. But the surprise name being considered for sale is Ronald Araújo. Once untouchable, Araujo's inconsistent performances and recent injuries have dropped his stock. Despite his desire to stay, his lowered release clause of €60 million in July has made him a hot target, especially for Juventus, who are preparing a bid. Juventus eyes a bargain deal for Araujo. As Nico's transfer drama unfolds, Juventus is quietly preparing their move for Ronald Araújo. Their coach, Thiago Motta, reportedly sees the Uruguayan as a top defensive priority. Juve aims to exploit the 10-day window in July when Araujo's release clause dips, starting with a lowball offer of €25 to €30 million. While Barca is unlikely to accept that amount, it signals the beginning of a potential bidding war. With the need to raise funds quickly, Deco and the board might be more open to negotiation than fans would like. Flick confirms, Barca is all in for Nico. Meanwhile, the interest in Nico Williams isn't just media speculation, it's very real. Bayern Munich reached out to Hansi Flick to gauge Barca's seriousness in pursuing the winger. As Nico is part of Spain's Euro 2024 squad, the German club wanted to understand the competition they'd face. Flick reportedly gave a strong signal that Barcelona is fully committed to signing Nico this summer. Bayern backed off almost immediately, accepting that the player is bound for Catalonia, further confirming the intensity of Barca's interest. The deadline. that could make or break the deal. Barcelona has marked July 6th as the deadline to activate Nico's clause. Although the club could technically pay earlier, it's waiting to push the expense into the 2025 to 2026 financial cycle to comply with fair play restrictions. Barca wants to avoid using new financial levers and instead hopes to cover the cost using VIP seating income and pending player sales. However, Nico himself has applied pressure, asking for the deal to be finalized before Athletic's preseason begins on July 9th, so he doesn't have to report back to Bilbao and face an awkward situation. Nico's loyalty to Barca seals the deal. One of the most important twists in this story is Nico Williams' own determination. He reportedly regrets not joining Barcelona last year and doesn't want to miss his chance again. He has already agreed in principle to a 6-year contract, earning 7 to 8 million euros annually, and is leaving all contract logistics to his agent. Even with Barca's ongoing financial limitations, Nico is not discouraged. His desire to play at Camp Nou under Hansi Flick appears stronger than any external pressure from Bayern, Athletic, or La Liga. Raphinha surprises everyone with his response. Finally, the big moment that sparked the video's title, Raphinha's reaction to Nico's possible arrival. Instead of expressing concern or resistance, Raphinha welcomed the competition. He emphasized that any player joining to help the team is a plus, and praised Nico's talent and work ethic. This is significant, considering that Nico could take Raphinha's starting spot on the left wing. Raphinha, however, is coming off the best season of his career, contributing to Barca's treble. He confidently stated he's mentally strong and trusts the coach to make the right decisions, showing maturity and team-first attitude.